Good morning, welcome back. This is Daybreak and thank you for staying with us. The hashtag on X is Citizen Daybreak. The SMS code is 22422. At Citizen TV Kenya and at Ayub Abdikadir, the Principal Secretary at the Ministry of Health, the State Department for Public Health and Professional Standards, Mary Muthoni, is with us here in studio to talk more about the country's preparation for the Mpox, some of the measures put in place in collaboration with both other government agencies and non-state actors in the country. Good morning, Madam Principal. Thank you for finding time for the broadcast.
Good morning.
Lovely having you here. The last time we were on another mission in the county of Tana River during the floods and the initiative that you had undertaken then. Lovely having you here. So starting off, give us the brief status update of where we are with regards to Mpox, which is now appearing to be a concern amongst many Kenyans.
Yes, Mpox is a real concern.
Yeah.
I do not want to give a status of the last 12 hours because I've still not gone to the office.
Okay.
So we will be issuing a statement later today. However, as at yesterday, we had 2 confirmed cases, and all of them had gotten healed. The first one is the one that the confirmed case for Taita Taveta, and the other one was for Malaba. We isolated the cases, then they went on for treatment. We have about 88 samples that have been taken to the lab so far. And I want people to differentiate between a sample and a confirmed case. A sample is just a suspected issue, but it is not confirmed. So when we confirm, that is why we call it a case. Then 60 of them turned negative and 26 samples are still in the lab awaiting confirmation. We have about 17 contacts that are being followed up already, because contact tracing is a continuous engagement, and especially when we detect that that particular person had gone round, had met people. So who are these people they met? Where did they meet? And for how long? Then we have been able to screen about 17,000 travelers in the last 24 hours, but culminatively 566,000 travelers have been screened at the ports of entry. And when I talk about ports of entry, we are talking about land, air, and sea. More than 100,000 people have already been sensitized because we are doing continuous communication, either at the border points, in meetings. We have already trained our staff, our core staff that are dealing with these issues. And we have enhanced a lot of surveillance at the border points. We have enhanced screening. So every person who is going through the border point has to be screened to check their the temperatures and to ensure that the symptoms and the signs and symptoms are well taken care of.
All right, and that is the Africa CDC also, despite it saying that the continent isn't ready. So the deployment across the entry points in collaboration with other state and non-state agencies have all been beefed up. And have you?
Absolutely.
Does it then mean you have deployed more personnel?
No, definitely. We've deployed more personnel. Remember, health is a devolved function, but when there's a pandemic or an outbreak, then we usually deploy personnel to the counties to ensure that we beef up on activities that are going on there. So we deployed some in Busia County, Buda, and others at Taita Taveta County. We equally, I would also want to say that you know, Kenya is not a high prevalence or Mpox really, but because of the interaction of individuals through trade, travel, then we are at high risk in terms of exportation of the same. And that is why we are beefing up our borders to ensure whoever comes into the country is screened and whoever is also going out receives the same.
All right.
And we are also in collaboration with other countries to ensure we are training our teams together. Last week, but one we were doing that with Tanzania, the Ministry of Health in Tanga, and of course, moving forward, any other country that is bordering us, we will require to ensure our teams are trained together for synchronizing activities.
Okay. And you have ever since launched the Epuka